Welcome back to the channel. Bonsai here. A little bit of horror movie news for you today. It's been a minute since I've done a video. Been a little busy. But I'm back today. I'm going to start doing more videos like this with horror movie news and things like that. I'm going to keep track of that stuff for you. So let's get started with that. Got about 3 things on the plate today for you. First thing up, a little bit of movie news on the Wednesday Addams series that's coming to Netflix. It's going to be directed, written, directed, produced by Tim Burton, the live-action version. Christina Ricci's coming back, but not to play Wednesday Addams. They aren't going to discuss who she's going to play yet. They said it's kind of a secret or a surprise, I guess. Wednesday's set to be played by Jenna Ortega. If you don't know who that is, if you've seen the new Scream movie, she was the younger sister in the Scream movie. She's also in that new horror movie coming out that just came out. Called X. I haven't seen it yet, but once I do, I think I might do a review on that. The movie looks pretty awesome. Also, she was also in the show You for the 2nd season. That's where I first saw her. She's a pretty good actress. But anyway, so the whole premise of the show, I guess, is something about she's going to what's the school called? Give me a second here. What's the show called? Nevermore Academy is what it is. So she's a student, so I guess she's a little bit older, not like she was in the movies or even in the old black and white TV show. She was actually quite young in that. So the premise of the show is, here, and I'll read this out from you. This is from Bloody Disgusting. Wednesday Addams attempts to master her emerging psychic ability, thwart a monstrous killing spree that has terrorized the local town, and solve the supernatural mystery that embroiled her parents 25 years ago, all while navigating her new and very tangled relationships. That doesn't sound bad. I think it sounds fun. Also, they're bringing in Louis Guzman is set to play Gomez Addams, and Catherine Zeta-Jones, which I'm sure you know who she is set to play Morticia. It's not a bad lineup. I don't know who the Louis Guzman is. I'll probably just have a picture of him over here, like say right here, and then I'll have a picture of Catherine Zeta-Jones over here. I'm sure you'll recognize her right off the bat. They're set to play the parents, and I don't know. I'm gonna check it out. It's Tim Burton. Why not? Anyways, let's move on to the second thing. I don't know if you know anything about Supernatural, the show from the CW. It's one of the very few CW shows that I can sit back and actually vouch for, that I could say I like, because quite honestly, the CW sucks. I don't really like anything from it. But the Supernatural is an exception for me. Me and my wife watch it. God, what season? I don't even know what season we're on. We haven't even finished the whole series yet because there's 15 seasons. But if you know anything about the show, John and Mary Winchester, who are the Winchester brothers' parents, are a big staple of the show and what went on and blah, blah, blah. They are creating a prequel to Supernatural called The Winchesters. Now, I know that Jensen Ackles is the one that pitched this, and I guess they greenlit it, all that good stuff. Jensen Ackles being the guy that played Dean, who was one of the Winchesters from Supernatural, one of the main characters. So this show will center around, I guess, Mary and John. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, it says here from Bloody Disgusting again, the Winchesters will tell the epic story of how Sam and Dean's parents, John and Mary, met, and how they put it all on the line to not only save their love, but the entire world. That's not really mentioned in this new show, so I don't really know how it's going to relate, but we'll see. It could be good. But anyway, news on that: they've cast John and Mary, who will be played by Meg Donnelly. I've never heard of her, but she's from American Housewife. I don't know. And then and Drake Dodger, I guess he's from the In Between. I've never seen that, so there's some news on that for you, and letting you know that it's being directed. Well, at least they've been cast for the pilot anyway, so I would assume that usually whenever they cast somebody for the pilot, they normally would play them throughout the rest of the show, with the exception of Game of Thrones, where they filmed an entire pilot, I think, on $3 million, and then said it was a piece of shit to go redo it and gave them more money, and that's a whole other story. Anyway, moving on. Number 3. You know that show called True Detective? It was on HBO. It had 3 seasons, I believe, which first season being the best, had Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson. And they played a couple of detectives, whole bunch of crap. Anyway, they were, trying to search for the child killer or whatever, and it was a great season. The second season kind of veered off from that a little bit, did a whole other thing, and it was okay, but it starred, who was in it? Colin Farrell, and Vince Vaughn, and a bunch of other people I don't care about. But anyway, the third season was probably was better than the second season. But it still just wasn't as good as the first. So I guess they've been in talks for a while about coming out with another season, but didn't know what to do with it or where to go with it. Looks like they finally figured it out. It's called True Detective Night Country. Night Country, yeah. It's called True Detective Night Country. It looks like Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey will both be back to produce. I doubt they're going to have, I'm sure they'll have a lot of creative input, but it's set to be produced by Barry Jenkins, and looks like, I'm going to screw up this, I think I'm going to screw up this name. Issa Lopez. I don't know. Anyway, she's set to write. So we'll see where it goes. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be bad. Maybe they'll finally scrap the fucking show altogether, because let's face it, I don't think it's ever going to be as good as the first season. The first season was just phenomenal, and it got me hooked. But if you haven't seen it yet, check it out. Same as, go ahead and watch the whole series. I mean, I guess. They're all pretty good, honestly, but the first one was probably the best. But anyway, that's the news I got for you today. This has all come out within the past day or so, so this is the latest news. Based on horror, anyway. So, if you like what you saw, you want to see more, just like, share, subscribe, and share the videos. You know how it goes. I don't have a lot of subs, so maybe, I don't know, maybe I need to do more videos. But anyway, like, share, subscribe, come back, keep watching, and I'll catch you later.